You like 9 to 5, I'm the weekend.
I don't want to create content that is similar. I want to be able to really showcase what I can do with you guys and be able to share with you guys looks you can achieve using various colors, including vibrant colors. I love working with colors too. This is going to be more of a neutral look with a little bit of shimmer. I think it's still really pretty to dress up in. This is actually like a full beat to me. I really like how everything came out. I actually really love this look. I would wear it again. So I'm happy that I was able to pan something out. At the beginning of this video, I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew that I had this top on and I had this backdrop, so it better be a neutral look.
Oh, no, 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 no.
I really do hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you liked that it was a talk through. I feel like a talk through is a lot more personable and it really allows me to demonstrate what I'm doing. So if you did enjoy this tutorial or if you like talk through tutorials, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to me down below. I have so much more coming for you guys that I'm so excited to share. Again, if there's anything that you'd like to see, request it and I'll do it for you guys.
And finally, let's get started.
Oh my god, I totally forgot I wasn't trying to do a voiceover, so I have to talk to you guys. Dude, I suck at this. See, I'm obviously an amateur. Okay, so I already have some of that Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. I like Eden more than the original Primer Potion because of the shade. You guys already know, like, I really like to neutralize the shade in my eyes. That one has more of like a beige tone. Let me show you. So it'd be good if your eyelids are... It'd be good if your eyelids are like around my shade. I'd say like an NC 20, NC 15 to like NC 40 or 35. This is what it looks like. And basically, if you use eyeshadow primer on your eyes, it will make the eyeshadows appear a lot more pigmented. For looks that require like a base, I like to use that. It's really going to ensure the longevity of your eyeshadow, staying power, and really increase the pigmentation intensity in the shadow. So that's why you want to use the eyeshadow primer. Before, when I used to work at MAC, I would urge anyone who wanted to start trying to do eyeshadows to use eyeshadow primer because it would just make the eyeshadow show up so much more. And I'm just taking some of my setting powder and dusting it over my eyes so that I can kind of smooth it out. That way if I run any eyeshadow over it, it won't crease. So I was missing so many blending brushes, and then I saw my sister washing her brushes by her sink, and then I realized that she stole like 4 of my brushes. Okay, Ivy, I still love you even though you're so mean to me. Okay, and the eyeshadow palette that we're going to be using today is the Jaclyn Hill palette. This palette is going to be your go-to palette. This product is going to be really ideal for you if you travel a lot or if you want kind of like a one-stop shop, as my roommate likes to say, all the shadows in one palette. Like over here you have your neutrals, you have lots of matte shadows to work with. You already know that when I use transition shadows, or I feel like most people use transition shades, they're going to be mattes. You have a lot of mattes here. Everything's dispersed, I feel like, really beautifully. You have your most vibrant colors in this corner. You have some more shimmers right here. And most of these shadows here are the mattes that you can use as transition shades. I just feel like this palette offers so much variety. And when I'm shopping for a palette, that's the #1 thing I want. I want one palette that I'm able to create a lot of looks with. And this is that palette. We're going to start out with this shade right here. Right here. This one's my favorite. I like this one because it really reminds me of soft brown. And by the way, right now I'm using a 217 brush that I just rediscovered from my sister's little collection. Huh? So this is going to be our first transition shade. I'm going to focus it mainly right here around my natural crease. And feel free to go back into the product if you need a little, if you need more. If you can see, I kind of hold my brush at an angle. So you want to like move your brush to a degree. That's going to help you really work back and forth at an angle. So I do use windshield wiper motions, but sometimes I like to use circular motions when I want to really focus on one area. See that soft brown? It's really pretty on its own, but it's a very ideal transition shade for any look. You always want to start with like a neutral brown. Honestly, I feel like any eyeshadow shade you primarily want to work with That soft brown is going to be a perfect transition shade. I could be doing like a purple smoky eye, a blue smoky eye. If I start with that, I already know it's going to be all gravy. Like, it's a really good shade to start with. Now I'm going to want a color that is a little deeper. I think I shall go with, I'm actually like, I haven't even done this look before, so I'm just like kind of playing around too and hoping all goes well. I'm going to use this shade right here. I'm using the same brush. What I also like about this brush too is it is a fluffy brush, but it's flat. If you can see it, this is what it looks like in the front. And then on the side, this one is a lot more condensed, right? Opposed to this one, which is a little more round. So this one I probably could have blended the soft brown too. It's nice to use like for an all over blend. This one is when you need like more precise areas. So if you're working with your second, third transition shade, or even your crease, this would be a really good one to use. You're really able to get into the crease or the little area that you need to get to. So in with that shade, I'm gonna go right into the crease, back and forth. So I think I want to go in this one right here. This is a Sigma E35. This is tapered blending brush. This one is probably one of my favorite blending brushes. Use this one when you want to do like an all over blend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into shade right next to the first shade that we used, just because it's a little lighter. Or you could go in with the same shade that we used earlier. I'm going to tap off the excess powder, and then I'm just going to run through.
I was running through the 6 with my walk. You know how that should go.
We're gonna run through the 6 with our woes. You're my woe now. We're gonna use a bronze shade. What shall we use? So I'm gonna swatch a few to select which one I shall use. I'm gonna swatch this one right here on my middle finger. Swatch this one right here, and on my third finger, we are gonna swatch this one. Although this one seems like more like antique copper. The swatch test. Woo! Golly, that's pretty, huh? Ooh, that's lit. I don't know, which one do you guys like? I kind of really like this one, but then I like this one too. This one's a little more gold than what I like. I think that we're gonna go with this and use, oh my god! I'm so messy. I'm gonna go with this one and do like a darker crease. If you guys want to do like a darker lid, maybe go with this one. So again, let me show you guys what I'm working with.
Shake it, baby. Watch yourself. Shake it, baby. Show me what you want.
Show you what I'm working with. Well, no, insert. Show me what you're working with there. I'm gonna use a flat shadow brush by Morphe. Okay, I'm gonna go on. Which one are we using? This one. So this one right here, folks. Woo! See, you guys see how weird I am? This is why I don't want to do like a talk through. Okay, we're gonna run through the 6 with our woes. Just brush it on, brush it on. And you notice that I don't want to bring it too far up because I still want that transition shade to show. I'm just gonna sweep a little before and into the other transition shades. And if you get a little bit of fallout, don't take a napkin or anything. What you want to do is take a brush and brush it up, so that way it doesn't smear onto your face. I also really like picking up product with my finger too. I feel like it transfers really well, so if you want to do that, do that. For some reason I can't shut up. Okay, now we're gonna move on to our crease shade. This is my favorite crease brush. I got this in my first brush collection ever with Coastal Scents. It's just like a very dense stone brush. I'm sure you can find it like at MAC, Sigma, Morphe. Okay, I'm like, I need to stop. Okay, I'm gonna go with this shade here. This one's like a deep chocolate brown. You can definitely see kind of like a little bit of a hint of purple in there. You see this area right here? We want to keep that. So make sure that when you're going towards the middle of your lid, you don't block it off with your crease shade. You want that to stay. So it's going to be more like in half rainbow, if that makes sense. I just use whatever's left over on my brush, making sure I get rid of those harsh lines. We're slaying our edges right now. Like right here in the corner. It's so hard for me to keep my mouth closed when I do eyeshadow too, so like when I was filming IG videos, I really had to practice. I had to go like, you know, look all pretty and fake AF. Yay! And now we're gonna go in with the 217 brush by MAC once again. 217 brush. When I worked at MAC, I would have like 5 of these in my brush belt because I'm very passionate about it. If you need a blending brush, your #1 go-to, I would pick this one. It's like really good for beginners because it's precise, it's really easy to work with. And I just love the hairs, they're so soft. I think we're gonna go back into this shade right here because I wanna warm it up. So I'm gonna go right in between, like on my outer crease, but still a part of my crease, not like I'm still touching the black. Okay, and I'm just gonna warm it. Typically when I'm doing a look I know has deep browns or blacks, I try to do my eyeshadow first, or I'll do my face and then I'll bake under my eyes so that it will catch any fallout. I don't find that I have so much fallout working with this palette, which is why I'm able to just work without bake. But I also am out of my Laura Mercier powder. I'm also out of my Laura Mercier powder too, which is why I'm just working without it right now. Now we're gonna move on to eyeliner. You already know I'm using the swing. I think a warm shadow under here would look really nice, so I'm gonna go in with this one. I use this one a lot in most of my eyeshadow looks too, so don't be surprised if you see it again. Okay guys, I'm going to be putting on my lashes now. My roommate gave me these lashes because I was like down to my last pair and it was actually kind of embarrassing because they were about to like retire. Okay. Awnings. This is why you wear lashes, because hello. Hello. Now I'm going to be bronzing my cheeks. This is my favorite. This is the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in Dark Deepest. It's actually used as a face powder for more golden, deep golden skin tones. But ever since I used that at MAC, I really fell in love with it. It's really warm, so if you don't like a warm bronzer, it might not be for you. But this is my favorite. And I'm using MAC 168 brush. As you could tell, bronzer makes such a difference. You see me applying a very healthy amount because I feel as my cheeks are chubbier, I wish I could slim them down more. The only way that I can is with bronzer. So I kind of sculpted out my cheeks a little bit. Like I said, this bronzer is really warm. The amount that I'm using, one might even say it's too much. I don't know, they could be crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna use a blush and I'm gonna be using Tarte's Tarte. This is the one that came out in the little birthday gift. And I'm going to use a duo fiber brush. This is MAC 188. Now onto highlighter, my favorite part. I'm going to be using MAC's Whisper of Guilt. Look at this pretty packaging that came in the holidays. I love it. Shout out to Mimi for getting this for me. She got me the little set for my birthday. And I'm using a Sigma tapered highlighter brush. This is F35. And then for lips, I'm going to be using Dose of Colors Cork. The Dose of Color is Cork just by itself. I'm typically really into nude lips, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lighten the center. If you like how this looks, then you can just keep it at that. This look doesn't have to be paired with this shade specifically. If you have one similar to it or another lipstick shade that you'd like to wear with this look, you're able to do so. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take a little bit of my Shape Tape Concealer. This is in light medium, by the way. And I'm just going to press it. Just going to put some in the center of my lip. Blend it out a little bit. Go in with a little more. Alright guys, this is a completed look. Like Talk Through tutorials, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to me down below. I have so much more coming for you guys that I'm so excited to share. Again, if there's anything that you'd like to see, request it and I'll do it for you guys. And I'll see you in my next video. It just makes the eyeshadows appear a lot more pigmented. I can't even talk.
You say you got a girl. How you want me? How you want me when you got a girl? A feeling is reckless of knowing itself.